Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dwellers from the North and this channel introduction. Just made a short presentation and I'm going to go through some stuff and thoughts that I have about this channel. So yeah, why make a channel? Mainly it's to spread the hobby, which everyone will profit from. Since the greater the hobby, the more players, the more input, so on and so forth. Next is to improve my skill as a painter in general. I have read on many channels that they learn a lot from a lot of viewer comments, stuff that I know from experience. If you play in a small gaming group and you think, for example, a certain rule is the right thing, then you go to a tournament and you learn that, oh my god, it's really not how it works. So yeah, feedback on everything is always a positive thing. Then there's also, it adds a whole new dimension to my own hobby. I will go through my armies and what I have later on, and you will probably notice that I do have a lot going on. But still, to make something like a YouTube channel with battle reports and stuff it's just a new thing, a new thing to do to the hobby, and it really adds a new dimension to everything I do. And then inspiration for others. Yeah, my main source of inspiration comes from both battle reports, but mostly from pictures, seeing good painted models, reading forums, everything about the hobby. So it's somewhere I just want to. If someone can get inspired by the things I do, I will consider it a success and a goal accomplished. And then, what to expect from this channel? Well, firstly, there's battle reports. I've done two so far, with Beastie from my wargaming group. We will probably make all battle reports together. It's really nice to be two to make it, and the feedback we've gotten so far is really good. And it's something new, something different, and hopefully we can improve as both players and generals, so that we may develop a bit more of a tactic knowledge and share it with the viewers. Next up is army showcases. I do have not a lot, but a few armies at least, and I'm really working on getting everything painted, since painted armies are one of my greatest sources of inspiration. And that's what I like to see, and hopefully that's what you viewers want to see when the armies come together and everything is painted. And that's, for me, is what the hobby is all about, almost. And with that, it's a revolving hobby. So even if I do an army showcase, I will always add more. So hobby updates will probably be something that comes up pretty regularly, since I do spend a lot of time with this hobby, and I do get stuff finished pretty, not quickly, but at least decent enough to constantly update my armies. And then at last, requested content. Now, what I mean with that is, if someone asks me to, I don't know, do a paint tutorial, or wants a specific matchup in a battle report, or whatever, I will always consider it. And if I feel I can do it, I will absolutely do it. The thing with the YouTube channel is to give the viewers what they want, isn't it? So yeah, if you have any requests, just comment or PM me or whatever, and I will try to get it done. And next up, my armies. Yeah, the first which I've seen so far is Wood Elves, which is my first and main army. I think I could make a 10,000 point list without any difficulties, to be honest. So I do have a lot of Wood Elves, and I will probably play them a lot since with the new book and everything. And also all this, I'm gonna do an army showcase of all the armies I put up here, so you can see everything in more detail in the other videos. Second army is Dark Elves. Don't have that much. I can probably get like 3,000-4,000 points. It was a side project before, when I got stuff a bit bored with the Wood Elves and the old book, and always hitting from a disadvantage. So when the new Dark Elves book came, I decided to have some alternatives. A bit meaner, a bit tougher, a bit better, and yeah, so I have a little Dark Elf army. Next up, Lizardmen. It's what I played when I was like 11, 12, back in the 90s. So I reinvented them a couple of years back. Also here I don't have like a big army. Most of the stuff isn't even nicely painted, but yeah, it's a really good, it's a really fun team to play, especially when you play elves normally. And next up, Empire/Dogs of War. Now, I'm gonna call it Dogs of War, mainly, because that was the reason I started with the army. It's also the army you see in the second battle report that Beastie borrowed from me, since his Army army isn't done yet, but that will come as well. But yeah, it's a lot of projects going on there. The beauty about Dogs of War is you can almost buy anything and you can put it into the army in some way or the other. So yeah, Dogs of War army, which I can use as Empire. I always have that thought in mind, so I always can use them as other Empire models. The thought being, I don't really like the look of the normal Empire, so this is more like a Italian, South European style to the miniatures and to everything, which I do enjoy more than the current Empire army. And as for other projects, which means the other armies I have, but I don't have a playable army with them yet. First up, Chaos Dwarves. This is a project that I started with a little while back. Not because I wanted to play Chaos Dwarves or something like that. I didn't get like that great inspiration that I get pretty often. It's more like I really liked the models, and I thought they were really cool. So I started off a little bit and painted up a unit, a character, converted up a Kedai, stuff like that. So this will also come in the showcases later on. And my last army, Angel Army / Wars of Chaos. Now, this is more... Yeah, if you've seen... I started this army because I wanted angels. I think they're pretty cool. I first thought of using them as ogres, but then the stat lines of the ogres didn't make sense to an elite angel. So I switched it to Wars of Chaos instead. So I'm gonna use it as a Wars of Chaos army. I later on always saw Long Island Wargaming and then Nick's attempt of making a angel army book and rules for them. I'm probably gonna try that out pretty much, since I do want rules for the angel army, and if it works, this would be really fun. And then gaming situation and opportunities. I'm really bad at titles, so yeah. I'm playing in a gaming group called Warhammer Fantasy Stockholm. We are 6-7 members, something. Every one of us is great hobbyists. We live for the hobby, more or less. We do have a lot of armies, which you see here. We have all the available armies except for Tomb Kings for some reason. And that includes my Dogs of War army, Beastie's Army army, and then we have another with a Halfling army. Hopefully I can get some battle reports with these, because the Halflings are just awesome. The Arab I haven't played against yet, but I've seen the conversions he's starting to do, and they look really awesome, them as well. And the Dogs of War have a lot of funny rules, so yeah, a funky battle report will be really nice to have someday. I'll try to make that happen. I will also try to include some army showcases of their armies. Almost everything is painted already, and a lot of is converted up and do look really good. Um, and also, this channel is kind of a joint cooperation against with me and mainly Beastie, but I would not hesitate to include other people from my gaming group, and they're all really nice people and really good hobbyists. Next up, the aim. Yeah, I'm really gonna work towards having some content up every week. Maybe not always battle reports, but I will still try to get at least one bat rep up every week. Um, as with the showcases, yeah, I still need to learn how to take pictures, but I'm working on it. And once those are done, it's just gonna be quick hobby updates or yeah, whatever. But I'll try to get something up every week at least. The bat reps, yeah, my aim there is to have all painted models, mainly because it's as for an inspiration, it really do look a lot better when everything is painted. And yeah, same with the scenery. Get nice scenery, some nice board to play on, painted miniatures, and yeah, with more action pictures. With that, I mean a more visual take on everything. Like I said, saw in the second battle report, we tried to get a bit more close-ups and just mainly nice pictures. Viewer feedback. Yeah, so far the feedback we've gotten have been really good. I'm actually a bit overwhelmed. I didn't think I would get like such responses so quick, but I'm really grateful for it. And also, as I said before, you want to give the viewers what they want, right? So yeah, if people want us to play certain armies or use terrain or different scenarios, so different matchups or whatever, one unit against another, it doesn't matter to me. If anyone wants to see something special, just ask me. As you saw before, we have a lot of resources to take from when it comes to armies and units and scenery and yeah, most of the stuff. So just ask, and hopefully I can make it happen. Now, the ultimate goals with this channel: get a little bit of funding for the hobby. I do emphasize I do not do this channel to make money. Really, no, don't. It would just be nice to get, I don't know, be able to buy a box of a unit once in a while, and everything I get from this channel will go straight into the hobby and to the battle reports or whatever that I put up here. So there's nothing that I want to make money myself. I do have a job for that, so this is just to get a bit more money into the hobby for me. Get more in touch with the community. Yeah, as you probably figure out, I live in Sweden, and we do not have a lot of people living here. And when I started out with Warhammer, it was pretty hard to get players to play against and stuff like that. So, and also, you do learn a lot more if you have a bigger audience or a bigger group of people to talk with, whether it comes to painting or to strategy or whatever. So yeah, I see this as a way to get like talk with a lot of people in the community here on YouTube. I've already seen a lot of movies from different people and really listened to the feedback they give and stuff like that, and really enjoyed it. So yeah, just spread everything, getting everything bigger. Inspire other people. Yeah, this is almost the biggest goal for me myself, since I have really been inspired by a lot of YouTubers when it comes to the hobby. So if I can inspire someone, that would make me really a happy person. So yeah, that's my biggest goal personally. And yeah, also as I said before, spread the hobby. Everyone gains from it. So yeah, that's really also a big goal. And finally, having fun. Yeah, I've done 2 battle reports only, but both of them have been really fun to do. And as I also mentioned before, uh, having a YouTube channel brings another dimension to my own hobby, which makes everything funnier somehow. It also gives me more inspiration to paint all the unpainted models that I have, which I can say is a lot. So every motivation there is always nice. So yeah, having fun, and hope other people have fun when they see our videos. And yeah, that's about it. This is the presentation as it is. If you have any comments or any questions, whatever, just write a comment or PM me or whatever. If you like it, please like and subscribe. That's the things that really helps with the YouTube channel. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and hope you stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.